the topic of emotional regulation for our kids. If you have a child who has big emotions and you're like, hey, I tried many things. I tried the calm down corners that I found on TikTok and it has not worked. On this class, we are going to talk about how to set up an environment that is conducive for emotional regulation, especially when it comes to highly sensitive kids, to neurodivergent kids, or just kids who take a long time to calm down. We are going to talk about how to use calm down corners correctly. How to use calm down corners correctly. So let's enter this world of helping our children with emotional regulation by setting up an environment conducive to it. The other day, I think it was a few months back, I posted a video where I showed my twins calm down corner. Because my twins had a calm down corner before they didn't want them anymore. And it did serve them for years. And then I got a DM of somebody saying this: calm down corners rub me the wrong way because children are still sent there as it is a punishment. And my wheels started turning and turning. I hyper fixated on that comment because I was thinking, like, what makes a calm down corner feel it is a punishment? What makes a calm down corner feel that way? Because it did not feel that way for my kids. Obviously, from what I was noticing, it did not landed as this is a place where my parents are sending me and this is a punishment. What makes a calm down corner, regardless of how it looks, what makes it feel it is a punishment? And upon reflecting, I noticed that it has to do with intention. What is the intention that we have with that calm down corner? I kept researching, I kept reading, and more importantly, talking to parents. And I noticed that a lot of parents unintentionally use calm down corners to get children out of their hair. Oh, you're starting to whine, go to your calm down corner and use your breathing exercises there. Or, you're starting to cry, go to your calm down corner. And they're using it as getting children out of their hair. Is more a strategy used sometimes to escape our children's big emotions rather than help them with their big emotions. I started reflecting, what's the difference between a child who sees a calm down space as a place to go and be punished versus my children who naturally gravitate towards that space. I started reflecting upon it, and then I came to a conclusion. I never sent my children to their calm down corner. They gravitated towards it. I invited them to use it, but I never sent them to it. I never sent my children to their calm down corner because they chose to go. But wait a second. How can we get children to that place of choosing to go? And this has to do with the association that we build in our kids. If we're building positive associations, they will gravitate towards it versus the negative associations. And that is not just applied for calm down corners, but it is applied when it comes to bedtime. It is applied when it comes to school, right? If we send our children to bed, and bed means I cannot access my parents anymore. If I try to call them, they would not come. They will start building a negative association to bedtime. The same thing with the calm down corner. I'm only sent there when I'm upset. That must not be a good place. So my twins developed a positive association to their calm down corner because we hung out there. Whether they were upset or not upset, we just hung out there a lot. We read books there when they're happy. We snuggled there at bedtime. We just hung out there. We played with the little calm down basket that they used to have in there. And they had a positive association to that place. So when they're upset, they naturally gravitated towards the thing that provided comfort and safety and peace for them. So it is the intention and it is the association that our children have with that space more than how it looks like. Matter of fact, my twins' calm down corner is not Pinterest worthy at all. It wasn't. It was such a small place, actually, because it was in their bedroom. Their bedroom is already small, and it was the little space between the end of the bed and their closet. That right there was their little space for their calm down corner. And we had a few different breathing exercises posted on the wall. They had a calm down basket with different tools, and they had pillows, and they had stuffed animals, and they had a really nice rug. But it was so small. So it does not matter so much the aesthetic part of it as it is how they feel in it. How they feel in it. And that's related to our intention and the association that they have with their calm down corner. When we try to use things like the calm down corner as a way to get them out of our hair, pause. Is it that I'm trying to run away from my child's big emotion or not having close to me because their behavior is so triggering for me? Is that why at the slightest whining I'm telling them to go use their calm down corner? Let's soul search, because that helps us realize intentions that are not logical intentions, but they are subconscious intentions. Many times we use calm down corners or calm down or even timeouts as a way to send our children there so we can be a lot more regulated, more about us than them. And if that is you, extend empathy to yourself. Nobody's perfect. It's important, though, to have an awareness of what's happening in our subconscious mind so we can address it. And so we don't parent our children from those subconscious beliefs that are not serving us and are not serving our kids. So I'm not saying that it is bad to take time out from our kids. I'm saying is when we use coping strategies or different things that we learn about helping children calm down, and if they're related to a child going to a place, check. Is this, who am I thinking about right now? Who am I thinking about right now? Our emotional regulation, it is as important or even more important than theirs. Because as cozy and as amazing that calm down corner may feel and look like, if we are our children's ultimate safe space, and if we are triggered and not safe with them, there is no calm down corner that will compensate for that. If you're like, Marcela, I need help with that, I have a free class that you can access right now. It's on my website, HICparenting.com. And I will show you the same system that I use with our coaching clients to break away from reactivity and parent children with peace. How I said, you can find it on our website, HICparenting.com, or it's somewhere below this video, the link as well. So let's let's talk about calm down corners. So what kind of calm down corner, like what kind of space, calm down corner is a space, what kind of space could be the most conducive for my children to calm down? I was watching a TikTok, and then this is a gentle parenting creator. She was so excited showing the perfect calm down corner. And then she was saying, okay, I'm going to show you the perfect calm down corner. You could replicate it for your kids. My son loves it. He comes down with it. He hangs out there. And then every time that he has big emotions, he's perfect. So she showed a really cozy area of her house with a nice couch, with pillows, with wooden puzzles, with wooden blocks. And then she said, my son loves his wooden puzzles and blocks. And just by doing that activity, it calms him down so much. And snuggling on the couch and with his stuffed animals. And the place is just ideal for him and the things he has in it. I was looking at that and I'm like, my autistic son, you know what he would do with that wooden puzzle? He would throw it across the room. So the question here is her calm down corner a good one? The answer is yes. It is a great one for her son, because the things that are in it help her particular son calm down, because how she said, she has things that he already enjoys. So the perfect calm down corner is not what you see on Pinterest or on TikTok or on Instagram. Is nothing related to the look, like, feel of it or what it has. Is when we answer basically three very important questions. Let me drink a little water and let's go there. Question number one, and we need to reflect on this before setting up a calm down space for our kids. Does this space reflect my child's personality? So if your child is rambunctious and hyper, a calm down corner with wooden puzzles and things that are very passive things to do might not work, right? Does this reflect their personality? Number two, is this calm down space conducive to meet their needs? My autistic son is a sensory seeker. He seeks sensory stimulation to calm down. So his calm down basket has things such as Play-Doh or things that he can manipulate and squeeze, because basically that's how he gets when he gets upset. It gets so bad sometimes that if I don't guide it soon enough, he may end up scratching himself, or he may end up scratching things, or scratching his brother or me. So we have Play-Doh, we have fidget tools, we have things that he can manipulate that way. The wooden puzzles would not meet that need. So, number one question, is this space reflecting my child's personality? Number two, is this space conducive to meeting my child's needs? And number three, is this space a reflection of our values? So we are a Christian family, and my child's calm down corner had a Bible pillow. It was like a cute Bible pillow. It was squishy and it has scripture on it. Does yours have to have that? No, just a space that reflects your values. Do you know the values of your family? If not, reflect on them, write them down, maybe type it in the comment section below. What are the 3 core values of your family? And how can you reflect those 3 core values in your child's calm down space? Okay? Once you answer those 3 questions, Does it have their personality? Does it meet their needs? Does it reflect our values? Then we invite our children to co-create this space. They are more willing to use something that they put something to create it, like that they are invested in the creation process. Once it's set up, start observing, because there might be things that at first look like a good idea, but once you see your child interacting with those, especially when he's upset or she's upset, you might be judged and see, hey, I don't think books are a great idea here. My son is ripping those books. Or let me put, instead of nice books, let me put old books that if he rips them, it doesn't matter. Or maybe books, no, maybe he needs something more active. Let me put in there, I don't know, a jumping rope or whatever thing, right? Or he loves or she loves colorful things. Let me make it a lot more colorful. Or I notice that she ripped all the filling stickers down. Maybe nothing on the wall. Maybe putting the flashcards and the feelings poster or whatever thing you had on the wall on a calm down basket. My sons, they're 9 years old now, and they had their calm down corner until they were about 6. After that, they didn't care for it. And when they were upset, there were many different places that they chose to be. So what I do now, instead of a calm down corner, my twins have a calm down basket. So they can take their calm down basket anywhere they want to calm down. Sometimes I see them on their trampoline. Sometimes I see them even in the garage. Sometimes I see they have a sand, like a sand pit. Is that how you call it? A pit full of sand? They have that. Sometimes I see them there. So because I notice that they like to mobilize and then change the place, I put their calm down corner in a basket. And that's where we are at right now. So once it's set up, it doesn't mean that it won't change, because children change all the time. They might not be into Paw Patrol in 6 months. They might not be into Play-Doh in 6 months. They might not be into wooden puzzles in 6 months. My son, my autistic one, lately he's been loving doing math problems. I mean, he's big when it comes to math. So I bought him a math problems book. And was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, he got angry with his brother and he went right to his bedroom. He got his math book out of the calm down basket and he did 3 pages of divisions and raíz cuadrada. I don't know how to say that in English. Things that I don't even know how to do. But it calmed him down. So let's talk about different coping strategies. Coping strategies are activities, tasks that helps and aids our nervous system to reduce the stress of our nervous system. So taking a break, it could be break out of 4 things. Taking a break from specific environments. So I do it. An example is me. Sometimes when my kids get too loud and then they are in the living room and the TV is on and they're talking loud, I know I need to go to the backyard, even if it's hot, just to reduce the sensory noise stimulation. So I need a break from the environment. Sometimes children need a break from a specific activity. So if your toddler is trying to put the puzzle piece together and it's not coming along and they're getting frustrated, offering another puzzle might not be the route, but it might be doing something else. Hey, help me cook something. Help me in the kitchen. I'm cutting these bananas. Help me cut these bananas with the butter knife. Whatever thing, changing the activity. Taking breaks from people. And when it comes to this one, sometimes it's hard for us to admit that sometimes our children need a break from us. How do we know this? When they're unconsolable with us, when they are cranky with us, when they're whiny with us, and then Auntie Rosie comes through the door, she says hi, and now they're okay, they're calmed down a lot easier with her. It's not that she has the magic wand or they like her better. It's that they've been with you all day, possibly they need a break from you. The same way we need a break from our spouses. And we love our spouses. We like to hang out with them. But we need a break from them. We need a break from our kids. Sometimes they need a break from us. And the last type of break is a routine break. So there are things that we do in the routine that are not working anymore. So why to keep trying to push, for example, why to keep trying to push taking a bath, when we might be more successful with them taking a shower, for example, Or one thing that I noticed, that part of the routine was that we get in bed and then my husband and I used to read them a book, and it was not working anymore because their imagination started to grow, and therefore it was keeping them up because they were asking questions about the book and the what ifs and the what nots, and then digging in the story, and it was dragging bedtime a lot. So we decided to leave story time for a different time a day. So many times when we say, hey, how do I get my son to calm down to go to bed? How do I get my daughter to go to bed? How do I get my daughter to get dressed and be on time for school? Many times the answer is so simple as, let's see what's not working in the routine and let's change it. Or it could be as simple as, is there something that we can add to the routine? Has it been very transactional? Transactional meaning brush your teeth, do this, do that, get to bed, and there is no soul in it, no connection, no playfulness, no silliness, no nothing. It's been very transactional. How can we add an element of connection and fun? How we can add an element of connection and fun, even if we don't have a lot of time. This morning, I had 2 minutes, you all, to make sure that the twins were good. So Miguel, my non-autistic one, he gets dressed independently. Santi, my autistic son, he still needs a little help with putting his shoes on and tying his shoes. He's learning, but he's a lot slower in the process. While I was tying his shoes, I was telling him a story. And that story, I learned that story from my mom, because every time she tied my shoes, she told me the Leo story of the Leo bunny, and then I don't know how to demonstrate this with you, but she took one of the cords, one of the shoelaces, and make it like a bunny ear, another shoelace, and made it like a bunny ear. And then she put the bunny ears together because the bunny was so excited. And then as she was, I remember up until this day, and I'm 38, that it was just so fun every time my mom helped me put my shoes on. A matter of fact, that's how I learned to tie my shoes, with the story of the Leo bunny ears, 1 and 2, and they crossed, and they went together, and they went on an adventure. And I did that this morning, and I only had 2 minutes, and my son was engaged in it. And what could have taken me 10 minutes, power struggling, getting frustrated, begging him to put his shoes on, it took me seconds. So we might say, I don't have time for playfulness. You will spend your time regardless, either with playfulness or with power struggles. My safest bet from experience is that playfulness will fast track things. So it's not going to be as long as dealing with a power struggle. So, second coping strategy, shaking the sillies out. Shaking the sillies out is a proactive coping strategy. Proactive meaning that we use it before the struggle happens. So shaking the sillies out. If you have a child who has a lot of energy and who cannot stay still, before they need to exercise self-control, this is a great strategy. My son, autistic, ADHD, hyperactive, he has all the conditions to not sit still at the doctor's office, right? So right before we go into the doctor's office, we do some jumping jacks, we do the chicken dance, we do like whatever silly thing we come up with in the parking lot. And people walk by and look at us and whatever. Who cares about what people think, right? I don't care. And we go in, and the time goes a lot better with him because his body, his energy is already released. He feels a lot better. So silly moves, energetic moves, pressure, get creative, label it. Maybe you can label it dinosaur stomp. As we get out of the car and go into the doctor's office, we are going to do dinosaur stomps or whatever thing you come up with, or have them name it. Follow your child's cues. Sometimes shaking the sillies out might not be a good idea if they're already too upset, too dysregulated that they cannot follow it. So if you see that they're not able to follow it, then drop it. Connection play, that's another coping strategy. Play is one of the fastest and more effective ways for a child to calm down. It's one of the fastest coping strategies. And so many parents don't allow their children to play during a tantrum because they feel that if I allow my child to play, I'm rewarding the tantrum. When play is a natural coping mechanism. Play is amazing. As a therapeutic provider, I've been into many sessions with Leo clients for 10 years. I worked as a therapeutic care provider for children with a lot of high behavioral needs because they either had ADHD, PTSD, OCD, whatever diagnosis that were really impairing them from behaving quote unquote good or prosocially. How did I work with them? Playing. One day my mom observed what I was doing with one of them and she said, all you do is play with them. Like, what are you really doing? I'm like, you ain't ready for me. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm helping this child process their emotions. But the way they do is through play. If you go to a trauma therapist office, I'm talking about pediatric trauma therapist. I've been in many of them. Their office looks like a Disneyland, like a Leo Disneyland. It's full of books and racks and colors and scarves and things that shake and characters. And that's how they process trauma with Leo kids. So play is the fastest and most effective coping strategy. And because play is the fastest and most effective coping strategy, toys play a big part in it. Toys. So, yes, are there toys that foster that independent play? Absolutely yes. And there are some others that not so much. So there are division of two kinds of toys. There are passive toys and there are active toys. The best kind are passive toys, in my opinion. Because active toys are toys that play for your kid, basically. You turn the switch on and the thing plays for your kid. It comes with flashy lights, flashy sounds, movement. Your child get really, they get immersed in the toy for about 10 seconds, and after the novelty, and once the novelty wears out, they throw it at the side. So if you have many toys that your children don't play with, think, are these active toys? Yeah, novelty wore off. Passive toys are toys that require the child to come to life. So they're open-ended, meaning that they're very simple. Blocks, puzzles, things, scarves, balls, sticks, things, fabric, paper, things, Lego balls, Play-Doh, things that require your child's full attention and energy to come to life. Sadly, nowadays, children are losing the ability to play with those passive toys because they've been entertained since birth and they don't know how to entertain themselves. But if we can give our children the opportunity and the gift of getting things for them that doesn't do things for them, we are giving them their childhood back. We are basically aiding them to open up their creativity, their problem solving, their insight, their logic, their critical thinking, and how to bring those things to life. So connection play is a really great coping strategy. Toys that foster independent play are at your child's reach, they're age appropriate, hopefully organized in categories. Because when children enter to a mess of toys, they don't know what to do with them. When they come to a place where they can clearly see this is the building zone, this is the role play zone, this is the craft zone, their imaginations open up. Marcela, but I don't have a lot of space. I live in a really small apartment. I grew up in a tiny apartment in Colombia. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So tiny that it was a cajita de fósforos. I don't know how to say that in English. It was a shoebox. And my mom had those stations for us. They were in different places of the house. I vividly remember the custom station, the building station, the craft station. And they were basically little corners of the house with specific purposes. So we don't need to have a big house or a well thought out playroom or a designated place to organize our children's play space. Another coping strategy, and this is the last one I'm going to give you, is the breathing exercises. Breathing exercises, breathing. Take a deep breath. You are so upset. And they're like, no, I'm not going to take a deep breath. Because it has to be engaging. You need to engage their bodies, not just their breathing. Again, they process their world through play. If it's not play-like, they won't do it. So it might not be that you tell them to take a deep breath. It could be that you invite them to blow bubbles with you. It might not be that you're telling them to take a deep breath. It could be that you are telling them, let's pretend that we are balloons and we are going to blow the balloon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it could be that we pretend we are dragons and then we are filling up the dragon's wing to blow up fire. Breathing exercises need to be engaging and fun. Engaging and fun and proactive. If they're already too upset, if they're already too dysregulated, they won't access it. Deep breathing is more a preventative coping strategy than it is a reactive coping strategy. So reactive coping strategies is what we do after the fact, once they're upset. So let's go back to how do we set up a place that is conducive for our children to calm down? It is a place who reflects their personality, who is conducive to meet their needs. It is a place that reflects our values, and it is a place that engages children in the natural way they engage, which is through play. I have an invitation for you. My invitation is to look at the different areas that you have in your house and see what area could be designated for your child's calm down corner, and look at your child's play space and see how can you rearrange their play space in a way that is conducive for them to have a connected play session, a play session that helps them and aids them to regulate their emotions and not overwhelming them even more. Remember, it only takes understanding of yourself and of your children's needs to raise secure children. I cannot wait to see your results.